What is going on, everyone? Guess what? It's November. And that means new background, new animations, new updates, and all kinds of great stuff. The autumn is now in full swing as we continue into this awesome, hardcore gaming season for 2025. I'm back after my day off and I'm ready to chill. Today, we've got a plethora of fun autumn topics to talk about, including how did the Halloween marathon go on Friday? We'll talk all about that. Plus, today it's DSP Tries It because we were so well supported, and we got to figure out what the heck the next one's going to be. But what about the next marathon? Because we're not sure what we're doing. We got to talk about that and more. There's a heck of a lot going on today to discuss, and it's pretty much all positive stuff. So, sit back and relax, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a rousing month-beginning episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Attention! The games are about to begin. All hail the king!
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is Sunday, the 2nd of November, 2025. My first show of the month. I would have done one yesterday, but it was my day off and a well-deserved day off after that crazy Halloween marathon that we did all day long on Friday. We're going to talk about that and how it went. We're going to talk about all kinds of good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking about this for weeks. Finally, it has happened. Kick, which just instituted Kicks to support streamers, finally has integrated Kicks with other services. I can now have different levels of pop-ups for Kicks. I can now track Kicks in my actual, queue for support. So now finally, properly, if you send me some Kicks of 100 or more, I can give you a shout out properly. I won't miss it. And I'll be able to have all different levels of animations. I added new animations for this month. Most of the animations are returning ones from Classic Gaming, but I have two special autumn-themed animations for you. First of all, if you do a super chat that's below $5, there's a random chance that you'll see one of them. And then the other one is for anyone who contributes $5, whether it's a $5 tip, a $5 super chat, or 500 kicks. There is a new animation. You have never seen it yet. And that one will play. So, good news stuff updated for the month. As you can see behind me, we have updated the set for the month of November. We actually have this cool Lego set. These are Legos that someone built for me over a decade ago. We have Mega Man charging a Hadouken with his Mega Buster and Ryu charging a Hadouken with his hands from the Street Fighter Cross Mega Man game that came out, I want to say it was like 2010, 2011. So yeah, that's cool. We've got a whole bunch of turkeys in the background for Thanksgiving month. If those who aren't aware, November is the big month of American Thanksgiving, and we plan for it all month. We talk about it all month, and then on Thanksgiving, we all massively overeat together. And so I've got a bunch of turkeys here. Whoop. We had our first sub here of the day, and it glitched because it happened at exactly the same time as the super chat. Don't worry, I'm going to shout all of this stuff out. Thank you, Bobby Padlock there, and thank you, Big Boss. I want to test something. By the way, good morning, everyone. Everyone's saying hello. Good morning, everybody. Question, I want to see if this works or not. So last year, I bought this little guy. Cute, isn't he? Little mini turkey. I think he looks awesome. He looks much better on camera this year because my camera is actually good quality. Last year, my camera was ass. Now, he gobbles. But last year, you guys couldn't hear it because my mic filters were all kinds of strict and messed up. Can you hear the turkey this year? Let's find out. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Did you hear the gobble? I don't know if you could hear it or not. Let me know. Hopefully you could hear it. You could hear it. You can hear it this year. Dude, I was so disappointed last year when you guys couldn't hear it. Sweet. All right. So it only took me a year to fix. All right, cool. So we got a turkey gobbler here in the background. I'll probably use him from time to time to do some gobbling on the stream. But also, in addition to the turkey, layout that we got behind, we got the Lego Game Boy. That's right. This is what we built together last month. A pretty awesome Lego build. It looks like the real Game Boy. It has the form factor of the real original Game Boy. It has motion graphics to simulate as if the Game Boy were booting. It's got buttons that actually feel like real Game Boy buttons. They have like kind of little squishiness to them. And it even has a removable Game Boy cartridge that could go in and out of the thing. So it's pretty darn awesome. It's probably one of the best Game Boy builds, the best Lego builds I've seen when it comes to try to replicating the original product. Pretty darn cool, right? Awesome. So this is our backdrop for November. I'm excited for this month. Autumn vibes, Thanksgiving fun, tons of great games. That's the best part of November. This month already, we haven't even started with any new content this month, and we've got Hollow Knight Silksong Endgame, Pokemon Legends ZA Midgame, Ninja Gaiden 4, Tormented Souls 2, American Truck Simulator, and now we have Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection in the mix, and that's just to start the month. Then we've got new games coming out this month. Notably, the big release is Call of Duty Black Ops 7, which comes out right around the middle of the month. I want to say it's around like the 14th. And purposefully, a lot of game companies have decided to not release anything this month because they want to stay the hell away from Call of Duty. They are like deathly afraid that if their game releases near Call of Duty, that it's not going to sell. But we've got so much to do. And in addition to all of that, we got Super Mario Galaxy 2 to get back to. We got the Outer Worlds 2, which we haven't even touched yet, and more. So we've got a stacked month coming up. I'm very excited for this month of content, and I hope that you guys are too. All right, it's going to be great. So now let's say good morning to everyone. How's everyone today? Who do we got? We got Cabal, Original Grant, Okuchan, Clout Siffler, King Gabriel, how you doing? Piricato, Chris, Copium, Kudo, Jade, good morning. The Fingerton, how are you? Over on Kick, who do we got? Shooting Stars Rock, Mojito Kitty, Hairtism, whatever that means, Zero, Ortega, Quantumint, Dick Jabol, your name is Dick Jabol, Yeast Lord, RGB King, and more. How's everyone? All right, so here's what we're going to do. The Villain, what's up? Good morning. Prophet Oner, how you doing? Good to see you guys. Let's do it right now. Let's get our first kick of the month. 100 kicks or more. So here's the deal. Because kicks now show up in all of the regular software that I use for pop-ups, okay? I have now set up tons of categories. 100 kicks, 500 kicks, 1,000 kicks, 2,000 kicks, 5,000 kicks, 10,000 kicks, I think 20,000 kicks, and 50,000 kicks. I have pop-ups for all of those. Yes, I do. So if you contribute with kicks, you're going to get a pop-up message on the screen with an animation and sound effect, all right? And I'll be able to shout it out immediately because it actually tracks it in my leaderboard. I won't be missing the kicks like I have been over the last month, which has been very frustrating, okay? Let's go. Let's go. Let's get some kicks today so we can see this in action. And I actually want to test the leaderboard because there's no way to test it until someone actually contributes with kicks. So let's get our first kicks of the month right now today on the podcast. All right? Cool. Now, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Captain DCW is here today, too. What's up, man? A lot of people are just showing up now. Welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. Here's what I want to do. 3 major segments. Segment number 1, I want to talk about the Halloween Marathon, okay, and how it went, what comes out of it, etc. Segment number 2, I want to talk about things in the future. which is going to be the next DSP Tries It and the next marathon on Black Friday. And then segment number 3, I just want to chill. I just want to hang out with you guys and have a little bit of Q&A and fun time before we get into Pokemon continuing today. For the record, today's schedule, Pokemon Legends ZA continuing after the podcast, which has been a great time so far. Chill vibes, lots of fun. People loving to support that stream so they can name the Pokemon and the like. It's been great. So more of that today. And then tonight on the late stream, it is Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which was a shockingly surprise hit. When I played Mortal Kombat back on Thursday, views were sky high, support was sky high, energy was sky high. People loved me taking on the insanely difficult AI of the game. And by the way, now that this game's been out for a few days, you want to know what's been discovered? The settings don't work. When you play against the AI in arcade mode like I've been doing, you face the hardest difficulty no matter what. Like, people have discovered this. They were testing it. They were like, no matter what setting you have, it's always like super hard. So that's why it was whooping my ass so badly, even though I had it on medium. I could have put it on the hardest. It would have played exactly the same. It's a glitch. They haven't. This game, I told you, when they make these collections, they put almost no effort into them. Digital Eclipse basically is a hack job company. They just crash it together and it doesn't even work. People complain so much they already have a hot fix out for the game because there was audio glitches, input glitches, all kinds of shit going on with the game. But that was one of the things they actually discovered, is that it's just gruelingly hard to play Arcade Ladder. So you guys loved seeing me take on Arcade Ladder on Thursday, and man, did it whoop my ass. So I'm down for more of that tonight. I want to beat Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which we're in the midst of. I want to take on other games. It's going to be great. All right, so I hope you guys will join me tonight on the late stream around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because, ladies and gentlemen, the clocks have changed here in the United States. All of our clocks went back an hour, meaning I started an hour later today. I'm curious how this will affect attendance, if people are going to be here and be like, oh, Phil's not streaming today, and then leave even though I am streaming today. I don't know. But I definitely enjoyed the extra hour of sleep. It was very much appreciated. In fact, I'll be honest, I woke up this morning, I felt better. I was like, I don't feel like tired, or, this is good. I feel refreshed today. It's funny what an extra hour of sleep will do, So, let's go. Let's talk about Friday's marathon. And by the way, let's do shout outs. I totally forgot to shout out the contributions. We start with Big Boss, who did a $2 super chat. And he says, that's a lot of turkeys, Phil. That's a lot of turkeys. That's right. And you love the turkeys. For this month, it's all about the turkeys. When it comes to American Thanksgiving, it's a staple of our holiday. And that's why you're going to see turkeys up, down, left, and right. Every direction you look, turkeys. All building up to Turkey Day, which is Thursday, the 27th of the month. I don't know what I'm doing on Thanksgiving yet when it comes to streaming. Like, I know for a fact my wife will be making a whole bunch of food for us, and she's told me, stay out of the kitchen. When I'm cooking, I don't want you messing with all this meal. I want to work on it alone. So I think I might do one stream on Thanksgiving just to get myself out of trouble. And keep myself occupied while she's making our amazing Thanksgiving dinner. What will it be? I have absolutely no idea. And then Black Friday is the day after. That's traditionally a marathon, but I don't know what to do this year, and we'll talk about that, okay? Cool. Okay, so let's talk about Halloween. All right, first off, if you saw my costume, I think some people really liked it, and some people, of course, hate on it because they're haters. I mean, that's why they're called haters. In general, I think people liked it. It was Sub-Zero, but the original Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 1. There's been many iterations of Sub-Zero over the years, various different changes. There it is. There I am, and there I am in 2 other colors, as Scorpion and Rain, basically. But yeah, that was me on Halloween. And people seem to like the outfit, all right, which I'm happy with. That was an outfit that was a few different things I had to put together. There was the original outfit I bought. I hated the mask. It was a piece of garbage falling off my face and didn't even cover my neck. So I bought another mask, and the mask didn't really match color-wise, but I figured if I used the blue lighting all day, you wouldn't be able to tell, and I was right. Having the blue lighting on behind me, you couldn't tell the mask and the outfit weren't the same color. I got the cosplay ninja weapon set. And that seemed to be cool, too, for a few poses and things that I did. But, there's only so much you can do. It's not like I'd actually throw ice or anything, which would have been cool. But, I'm not a mutant, so I couldn't really do that. But I think people liked it in general. All right, people seem to enjoy the outfit, at least on the streams, because, that's all I care about. I don't care about the peanut gallery of toxic negative haters that are out there. They say my outfit sucks every year no matter what I wear. The years that I did the most elaborate outfits, like the Ezio Auditore year, where I had the freaking cosplay outfit that was super expensive, they said that sucked too. So I don't really care when they criticize my outfit because I know that I put effort in and people on the stream liked it, so I don't give a shit. That's simple. So marathon wise, how did it go down? How did it go? All right. 8 games were nominated. We literally played all 8 games. All right. And if you haven't seen the footage yet, it is live on the channel here. Although admittedly, I forgot, when I'm streaming all day, I totally forgot to put the Halloween playlist on my channel page. So the videos were live, but not the playlist. Like you could find the playlist, but it wasn't here. Right now, I finally added it to my main channel page. So it's 8 gameplay videos plus the big reveal video where I showed the outfit for like an hour and we hung out. So give it a look if you haven't seen it yet. We played so many different games, including the Mortuary's Assistant. SCP Containment Breach, Poppy's Playtime, Left 4 Dead 2, No, I'm Not a Human. What was this one called? Project Zomboid, Clover Pit, and My Side. Now, in regards to all those games, by the way, I got distracted. Bobby Padlock, thank you for a sub. I totally got distracted. Thank you, Bobby Padlock. Let me get the first sub of the month up on the leaderboard here. And let me say this, okay? Again, if you are someone watching on Kick, please support the stream today. All right? We need to basically catch up with how things were going on Kick before. Before I had tons of subs. All right? I did. And we had the Kicks going. And in the last week, we saw a distinct decline in Kick support. I don't know why. Nothing has changed. If anything, I added features to Kick that you guys should have liked, and for some reason the support dwindled. I don't know why. I want to get that support back. All right, today, tomorrow, 2 important days for that. So please support the stream today. Let's get some subs going, and please, let's get some kicks going. Like I said, we got kick animations now added, and I want to test them. I want to see if they're working, and I want to see if the leaderboard works, but we need someone to do 100 kicks or more to test them, okay? And no, I don't mean I had a bunch of kick subs a long time ago. I had them like 2 weeks ago, not even. So that's what I'm talking about. Don't be stupid. Okay, so here's the thing. We played these 8 games, right? And the thing is, when I do a marathon like this, particularly when I'm playing games that I've never played before, you never know how it's going to go. You don't know if you're going to like a game or dislike a game. You just, And the thing is, for me, trying out all these different games, right? There were some games I totally thought were going to be like slam dunk wins, and they were horrible. And there were some games that I thought were going to be horrible, and they were actually really good. So case in point, the Mortuary Assistant on Steam, when you watch the trailer for this game, it seems like it's incredibly scary, right? Because the trailer is highlighting these jump scares and things that happen in the game that build the horror. When you actually play the game, you realize that's not the gameplay of the game, that those jump scares are in between insanely tedious, bland, point-and-click style gameplay, cumbersome menus, boring things you're supposed to be doing, like, just boring shit, seriously. It wasn't fun. It was like, I want to see the jump scares, but dude, this is so fucking annoying to even get to them. And it really felt to me like it was a massively outdated game. Like the game, at one point maybe it was a good idea, but they didn't really polish it or anything. And it was, then we got to a point where they're like, oh, cut the body open. Well, I can't do that. That's ultra realistic gore. YouTube doesn't allow monetization of ultra realistic violence. If you're chopping up a zombie, right, that's trying to kill you and you chop its head off, that's allowed. If you're looking at a real dead body and you start ripping pieces out of it, that's not allowed on YouTube. So they would have demonetized me, so I couldn't even play past that point. I was like, what do you want me to do? Okay? Then, so honestly, that game wasn't very good. I thought it was going to be great because, again, the trailer made it look very scary. When you actually play the game, it's really not scary at all. It's quite boring, okay? The flip side of that, My Side. So this is the game where it's like a virtual pet style, like avatar anime girl. It's supposed to be like in your phone in a mobile game. And every day you like do activities with her or whatever. Well, then you get sucked into the game. And the premise is interesting, but I'm like, yeah, but is this really going to work? It kind of does. You know, we played it for about 45 minutes, and it very much felt like Doki Doki Literature Club, where it starts off with one premise, but as you play further in, it's getting creepier and creepier. It got to the point where it seemed like there was going to be a big split or a big reveal, and that the girl was going to finally start to like kill you or try to kill you. And then the demo ended. I was like, oh, it's such a tease. Like totally, I'm not even kidding. That kind of makes me want to get the game. Like, no lie, the tease of playing the demo, getting to the good part, and then, oh, it ended? Like, oh my God. I mean, they did that 100% right. They absolutely did. Because it's right there at the good part. Like, "Urgh." Now I'm very frustrated. Okay? So, that one ended up being shockingly good. I seriously liked it. And I would consider playing it in the future if people really wanted it. Poppy Playtime. I knew nothing about this game at all. Dude, it was seriously good. The graphics, the story element, the puzzle element, the creepiness factor. It was a really good game, although we only played the first free chapter, which is, again, only like 30 to 40 minutes long. Apparently, future chapters that you actually have to pay for are actually like much more involved. Like, they're much longer and stuff like that. All right, now wait a minute. Pavlov's dog did 100 kicks, but my service isn't updating. Are you kidding me? Let me get Pavlov's dog on the leaderboard. It doesn't seem to work. Are you telling me that after all this, and I set all this shit up, the service doesn't work? That's really going to piss me off. And now we got C. Murda who did 100. Yeah, apparently that doesn't work. Are you effing kidding me? Sucks, there was no way to test it. See what I mean? There was no way to test it until someone actually started sending them. You can't test them because the test service works. Yeah, this pisses me off. Thank you guys for the kicks. I appreciate it. What's the point of a leaderboard if the leaderboard doesn't fucking work? Like I said, they just added it over the weekend. I noticed it yesterday, okay, when I was setting up for today's streams that had been added. Yeah, look, I have it checked. Subs, gifted subs, and kicks are all checked. They should be working. Apparently, it doesn't work. And the funny part is, we know that subs work because the sub notifications have been working. The Bobby Padlock one did pop up, so we know the subs are working. So, they don't know what they're doing. So that really sucks. Well, I apologize, guys. I wonder if they're going to get their act together and if they're going to start working or not. Because I set it all up. I was ready to go. I literally set up like 10 different animations. And now I guess they don't work. Frustration because it's something that I can't control. I hate it when something goes wrong and it's absolutely nothing that I can control. Like, your kicks are not showing up in my actual queue for income. They're supposed to. It even has it checked off to show, and it's not showing up. So it means that they broke it, and they don't know what they're doing. Here, let me show you. Because I have animations. I'll actually manually play an animation for you guys. Oh my God, the page won't load. Maybe this is the problem. Whoa, it is loading insanely slowly. Jeez, that was terrible. Like, that took forever to load. So how much you want to bet that's the problem is that their service is all effed up. So anyway, here's what it was supposed to look like. It's a nice autumn scene with the sound of someone walking on autumn leaves. That's what was supposed to play for each of your kicks. And it didn't work because they effed it all up. Again, not me, it's the service. The service apparently doesn't work. I don't know what to say. So that's for 100 kicks. Like I said, there's different ones for 500, 1,000. You know, I guess I can manually play them. That's the best I can do. Much like when you guys tip, I manually play. So I guess I can manually play the animations. That's the best I can do for now. It sucks. And now I have no cue to track it. So I have to catch it in the chat or else I can't even like shout it out. This sucks ass. Wait a minute. Are you saying they were fake? Hold on a second. People are saying they weren't real kicks, and I got fooled. Oh, is that what happened? Okay, hold on a second. Did I get fooled? No, they're real. No, they were real. That's nonsense. They're actually real. Pavlov's dog, that actually were real kicks. Yeah. Because someone was fooling me the other day. They were doing the fake thing in the chat. No, that was real. Kickin' Natty also did 100, right? These are all correct, right? I gotta double check this. Let me make sure. Let me load the page here. Yeah, Kickin' Natty and C Murda did 100 kicks. Thank you guys. Yes, these are all real. You could tell they're fake from the pixels. Are they real or not? C Murda 100% is real. I can tell you that because they're on the leaderboard. The problem was I didn't have the chat open. Oh, no, they're real. I'm refreshing right now, and they're all showing up. Here we go. Hold on. How annoying. So, yeah, Kickin' Natty, Pavlov's dog, C Murda. These were all real. Yep. Okay, cool. So let's count them. It's another $2 of support for the stream. So thank you guys for the early support. Sorry that it doesn't work. So again, this is the service that I use for pop-ups. This is the same service I use for YouTube, for tips. Well, it doesn't work right now with Kick, even though it claims it did and it showed the integration and everything. Apparently it doesn't work. So what I'll do is I'll leave it in there. Eventually, I feel like it should work. Okay, it will at some point work. So we'll see. They just have to fix the connection. They probably have no idea what it is. They probably didn't test it. I couldn't test it until you guys actually sent kicks because I tested it with the test animation and the test animation works. But the actual, testing to see if it would work when you sent contributions, I couldn't do until someone sent a contribution. So, and by the way, Pavlov's dog is 2 Gs. So, okay. So I'm sorry about that. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll commit to. If you guys send a significant amount of kicks, all right, I will play you the animations manually, just like I do with tips, all right? So if I get, 500 kicks, 1,000 kicks, 2,000 kicks, 5,000 kicks, if I get a ton of kicks, I will play the animations that I set up. I mean, I put effort into setting this shit up. I want you guys to get credit, okay? And I apologize that it didn't work earlier, all right? I will manually play them, just like I do with the other stuff. So, guys, if someone sends kicks for real, let me know, please. No leaves for 100. No, I'll play the leaves. I'll play it again if you want, just that we just saw it. Kickin' Natty just did a whole bunch of gifted subs. Thank you, Kickin' Natty. So, as you can see, it does work. See? It's just that the service isn't reading the kicks. Kickin' Natty, 5 gifted subs. That is amazing. Thank you, Kickin' Natty. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Awesome early support. So now we're up to $36 of support. Thank you, guys. Okay, so thank you, Kickin' Natty. Thanks for the early support, everybody. I really appreciate that, Kickin' Natty. Like I said, we have had a big slowdown on Kick recently, and I don't know what's caused it. Thank you for getting support started there. And again, I will shout out manually kicks that come in, and I will manually play animations for you guys. All right? So again, just to show you, this is the animation that I set up for 100 kicks. When I do the test animation, it always says Kevin for some reason. There you go. But there's more. There's one for 500 kicks, 1,000. Here, I'll read these off. 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, and 50,000. All different levels of animations I set up. And some of them are really cool, but... Oh, by the way, so for a $5 contribution, whether that's 500 kicks, a $5 tip, or a $5 super chat, I have a Thanksgiving month themed animation. So if you want to see something really cool that I set up, do a $5 contribution anywhere. $5 on YouTube, $5 tip, or 500 kicks, and you can see that animation. Okay? Cool. Good morning, Felix the Maid. Good to see you. We may have gotten a tip, too. Let me take a quick look before we get back to the subject at hand, which was Halloween. Someone says they have a channel named HepCat3. They can't super chat. I'm muted on YouTube. Can you fix that? Is it just at HepCap3? Is that the channel? Let me see. Done. Fixed. Just like that. As long as you know the person's channel address on YouTube, you can instantly unban the account. So they tip me $1, by the way. It's like our first tip of the day, so let me get that buck up on the leaderboard. So $1.37. Okay. Here you go. My first unbanning of November. Let the season of thankfulness and gratitude be known. People who ask to get unbanned, I usually do unban them. Okay. All right. So getting back to the subject at hand, okay? Poppy's playtime was actually seriously good, and I would consider playing it as an actual real playthrough. And I have to get the 3 other chapters because there's 4 chapters to it. And each one's like $5 each, which isn't expensive at all. It was great, and everyone said that those chapters are between 1 to 2 hours long each, so the game's like 6 hours long, I guess. I'd be down for that because it was actually quite fun, scary, challenging puzzles, really interesting game. And I'd like to play more of it. All right, so Poppy's playtime perhaps will be an actual playthrough in the future, okay? Now, there was also a huge dud, and to be honest, I don't really care, but just to address it, Project Zomboid, all right? That game sucks. Now, I know it has a huge, rabid cult fan base on the internet because people are saying, oh, it's like The Sims combined with zombie survival horror, and the devs are a tiny indie game team, and they worked hard on this game, and they work with the community over the years to improve it. That's all well and good, but that doesn't make the game good to a common person who's just going to jump in, especially during a marathon where you know this is going to be one of 8 games played, all right? The game is bad. When you boot the game, you can't read anything on the fucking screen because in the 10 years the game has been in early access, they never thought to scale the UI when you change the resolution. That's like the first thing you fucking do when you make a game, but they didn't figure that out yet. In 10 years, no one thought this is an issue. So I couldn't even read the fucking text of the game while I was trying to play it. It took us like 20 minutes to even get it set up to the point where it was visible and I could do anything. Then when I tried to play it, I realized this game is the biggest, slowest slog. Like maybe if you focus on this game and you put a lot of time and effort into it, you'll like it. For a game that I'm playing during a marathon, okay, it's never going to be a game that's going to be successful because it's not easily able to jump into, okay? The way I see it, I think it was purposefully suggested for 2 reasons. Because people know it has a rabid, as they say, cult fan base that defend the living shit out of the game no matter what. And also people knew there was absolutely no way that in a marathon setting I was going to be able to enjoy this game, that it was just going to be boring and I was going to complain and then I'd move on. Everyone would laugh and yell and ha ha ha. So good for you, but I don't really care. I don't care if people like the game and are mad at me because I didn't like it. It doesn't fit the format of a marathon like I played very well. Maybe if I did invest a ton of time into this game and I learned all the nuances of it, I would like it. But for me, that's just not my style of game, and it certainly didn't fit into the marathon's theme of fast-paced horror games that were going to be fun to learn and jump into right away. Again, Poppy playtime was absolutely perfect for the marathon. My side was absolutely perfect for the marathon. Project Zomboid was probably the worst possible game you could have picked for the marathon. But that's the beauty of a marathon, is that because there's so many games in it, 8 games, I have the opportunity to play a variety of them, and some of them will work and some of them won't, and that's the whole point. Not every game had to work and resonate and be great, because guess what? We had 8 of them, and we had to get through them all anyway, so we kept moving, and the marathon overall was great. Like, I would say Left 4 Dead 2, I would love to play again, but this time set it up properly so the graphics are working right, the audio is the right level because it was not. Turn off the voice chat so idiots can't join and talk shit. You know, just tweak it a bit and fix it, because, you know, I was trying to play it for the first time and nothing was adjusted, but I love Left 4 Dead, and just a half an hour I played of it, I was like, dude, this is so good, I want to keep playing. I would like to play through all of Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 again, like the campaigns of both. I think that would be an awesome, like, blast from the past style thing that I could do, okay? So, out of the marathon, okay, out of the games that I play, I would say my side is a possibility for a future playthrough, okay, because it was really good. Left 4 Dead is like a shoe-in. I think I want to play it eventually. I just don't know when, but I would love to play through the campaign of that. No, I'm Not a Human. We kind of finally understood what the premise of the game is now. The first run was kind of experimenting. Now we kind of get it. So now we know you got to keep a certain amount of humans in your house no matter what. You can't kill them all off, because if you do, then the visitor can join you and can kill you. You know, you have to have a certain amount of people in there, so if FEMA comes and they grab people from your house, you still have someone left over. We didn't understand any of that the first run. Now we do. So that's another game I'd like to play again. So Poppy Playtime, No, I'm Not a Human, Left 4 Dead, and My Side, all 4 of those games, I think would be absolutely outstanding for future gameplay. So I say, let's keep them in mind. And if we ever have like a random night and we got nothing to do and we want to jump into indie games or horror again, we have all these games that we can draw upon to play. Okay, that was great. And I'll also say this, overall attendance was pretty good. Not amazing, but it was still pretty good. You know, we had a good crowd all day long, no matter what I was playing. Support was good. Now, here's the thing. I want to make something abundantly clear. By the way, what am I doing? Shocks1989, thank you for 5 gifted subs on Kick. I don't know why I didn't shout that out immediately. I totally should have. Thank you so much, Shocks. That now gets us up to $62 of support. Thank you, thank you. We're already over a third of the way to our goal for today, and I appreciate that, okay? All right, so, here's the deal with the marathon, right? Here's what's actually been going on that I feel is actually a positive thing. In the last year, support for my regular streams has skyrocketed. What do I mean by that? I mean that I'm regularly hitting my goals now. Like, it's actually more of a rarity that I don't hit a support goal than that I do. And it didn't used to be like that, all right? It used to be, wow, it's rare if I actually hit the full goal. And because of that, things were tighter. I couldn't afford to just buy a whole bunch of games on a whim whenever I wanted to. I couldn't buy a new accessory or thing that I needed for my setup, right? I couldn't do the things I needed to do and have the financial freedom because I just wasn't making enough to do that. Now I am. All right. And again, thank you so much. If ever there was a time, a month to say thank you, it's Thanksgiving month here in the United States. Thank you all for doing this for me, for doing this very positive thing for me and my family in the last year and up in the levels of support. You guys are amazing. All right. So here's the thing. Because my normal streams are doing so well regularly, I mean, we're hitting goals. We're doing multiple DSP tries in a week at this point, right? Now, when I do a marathon, okay, it's just not that big of a deal. And what do I mean by that? Well, it used to be, well, Phil streams every day and he does okay, but he doesn't hit his goals all the time. But then when he does a marathon, that's the time when there's rallying. And Phil will usually have a giant goal set for a marathon. He'll be saying he's trying to hit $1,000 today or $2,000 today for some reason. And then his viewers will rally and support him and he'll hit and crush the goals. And oh my God, it's a celebration, right? Well, now I do marathons every month. I didn't used to do that. I literally do a marathon every month now, right? It's a fun celebratory event for sure. It is. But at the same time, it's not like it used to be. You guys are supporting me so well all the time that it's not a big deal to get insane goals and rallied support when I'm doing a marathon. Like, for example, on Friday, did regulars come by and support? Yes, they did. But did they all come by and support? No. Some regulars were missing, and that's okay, because they're coming by during my regular streams to support my content anyway. So why do I care if they showed up for the marathon if I'm already well supported on the streams? I don't. There was a time when things weren't so good, and those marathons were like key things for me and my business that please let this marathon go well with support so that I can, make ends meet and maybe we could hit this goal and do something special. But it's not like that anymore. Now I just give you a marathon every month, regardless of the fact if we hit goals or not. We just do one anyway. Okay? And it's different. It just is. It's different. But the thing is, don't tell that to my detractors because they don't understand it. They're stupid. And to them, they look at a marathon like Friday and they'll actually say something this dumb. Ready? They'll say, Phil only made over $600 on his marathon on Friday. What a win for us. Well, first off, you have to understand how stupid they are for saying that because guess what? I didn't just make $600. I made $600 of live stream support. I made KCIP income for people watching me on Kick. I made ad revenue for people watching me on YouTube. And all the videos also give me residuals for that marathon. So even though you may think he only made 600, well, that was 600 of crowdfunding support that day. But there was actually a lot more that was made behind the scenes that no one will know about. Okay? But in addition, you have to take a look and look at the week streams. I'm doing really good. The day before, for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, I hit 3 goals. Earlier in the week, I was hitting multiple goals for multiple streams. Now, admittedly, there was a couple streams that were on the slower side as well, but overall, I'm doing way better than I had been previous. So it's just hilarious because I think what it is people are in this mentality that when Phil does a marathon, people have to absolutely show up and rally thousands of dollars of support. And if not, the marathon's a failure. It couldn't be further from the truth. It used to be the marathon was my desperate attempt to raise funds. Now the marathon is literally just a celebration of success. I'm already doing well, so let's just have a good time together. I'll dress up in a silly costume. We'll play the horror games you guys want to see me play. It doesn't matter how much I actually raise during the marathon because I'm already doing good. But that's something that detractors won't get through their heads because they have to spin the narrative that I'm always failing, I'm always losing, I'm always broke. They have no fucking clue what they're talking about because they're all genuinely jealous. They wish they were me. They're pissed that I'm still successful, despite the fact that now it's been, over half a year since the Kino Casino stuff. I'm well removed from those jokers, and I'm still doing great. In fact, it was hilarious because the other day, someone came on the stream and was starting to freak out. They were like, you never had any success until Kino Casino. You never, your regular streams weren't doing well. You weren't hitting your goals. And I'm like, so it's almost like I engineered an event where I would collaborate with people who were going to be my detractors, and I knew it. I worked over their audience. I got exposed to a wider audience in a positive light for the first time in many years. I gained extra support for myself, which is all I ever wanted. With that extra support, I then was able to upgrade my setup. And then as soon as I didn't need them anymore because I knew they were toxic douchebags who were going to fucking ruin everything for everyone, I cut the cord. I dumped them and I flushed them like a dirty fucking turd. And now I'm doing well for myself, far removed from their toxic bullshit. It's almost like I robbed the casino just like I said I did, and I'm winning. And you can't cope. So you see, then you're angry. Oh, you see, his marathon didn't do well, but it did. Sure, I didn't raise $5,000, but all my other streams are doing great. That stream did good. Dude, I raised 4 goals of support in one stream and then some. How can you say that it's bad unless you're actually stuck in the head and you actually believe anything because you just can't cope with the fact that I'm smarter than you and I fucking fooled your ass for 7 months and now I'm good. And you're in the same miserable fucking spot you've always been, sitting there angry at the world that Dark Side Phil is successful and you're not. So, to all of my actual positive viewers, to those who support me through thick and thin, thank you so very, very much. This has been an absolutely amazing year, and let's keep it going. Let's keep that level of success going. Thank you. All right. Well, shout outs. We got Gumbercules, who just became a sub. Thank you to Gumbercules for the sub. It also looks like we have some tips to shout out. Someone did a $2 tip and says, you said Zomboid's not your style of game. I thought you liked survival and crafting games like Minecraft and Stardew, where you get to explore and get resources and craft a base and have to survive, especially because of the chat help and interaction. Literally no one was helping me when I played it. I could barely get the game to work because you couldn't read anything because the text was all glitched and fucked up and no one had a solution on how to fix it. The game is just not for me. If that game was polished, you could, easily jump into it, learn things on the fly, then it would be for me. It's not. You can tell that's the kind of game you probably need mods. You got to work with fucking people to learn the mechanics and stuff. It's just not for me. And again, if you like it, that's fine. But I think the game sucks, and it's my prerogative to think it sucks. If you think it's good, then more power to you. I'm not going to hate on you for liking the game. There's tons of games I like that people don't, and there's tons of games that I don't like that people do. It's all good, right? You be you and enjoy it, but I'm not playing it again. I really feel like that was a complete waste of my time during the marathon. So someone did a $2 tip, says, excited for the Pokemon stream today. Did you catch a shiny yet? We did, but it was the scripted one. It was the scripted shiny sheep Pokemon or whatever it's called, Mareep. We didn't find a wild one yet, to my knowledge. Chances are you'll find one before you beat the game because of how many Pokemon spawns you'll see. Did you ever play Balatro? I tried it last week and I'm hooked. Loved it. Played it actually back in either December or January. Absolutely loved it. Did many runs of it. And the only reason I stopped playing it is because the audience kind of got bored of it. But I would play it again in a heartbeat. It's a great game. And, I actually like poker. I find poker very fun. So the game is a spin on poker with all these variables, and yeah, I find it very, very enjoyable. So yes, thank you for the tip. Okay, I got a 250 tip. Is kick your new positive audience that you got. What do you mean by that? No, what I'm saying is, due to what I did, the time that I spent branching out and doing that kind of crossover content, it allowed me to be viewed by the public at face value instead of just, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. Don't like anything he's doing. Instead, it was like, let's give him a shot because people are working with him. And because of that, a lot of people started coming by and hanging out and enjoying my content. I made a lot of money and I was able to upgrade my setup, right? And ever since, things are going good. Like, no exaggeration, things have been much better for me ever since that thing. It was totally worth the whole, what was it, 7 months of basically nonsense, 7 months of toxic shit and lol cow crap, and now I'm out of it fully and I'm good. So that's what I mean. I'm not saying that there was one new wholly particular audience that came over. I'm saying that in general, that whole thing turned stuff around for me in a big way. And what's funny is my fucking detractors are acknowledging that. They're actually saying, oh, you never hit your goals before. Well, yeah, but I'm hitting them every day now. My content's great. I'm loving what I'm doing. My actual positive audience loves what I'm doing. The support is forthcoming. So how am I the loser in this situation exactly? I'm at a loss. I'd love to hear how I'm much worse off now than before. Really. Oh, you see, and this is the point too. I'm going to say this too. Okay. It doesn't matter what happens outside of this stream at all. Nothing that happens outside of this stream affects me. Do you understand that? Because someone tipped $2 and they're like, yeah, but the casino's doing well too. And good for them. Good for them. I guess people really are ignorant. Because here's the deal. Because of the way that I did everything, okay, I won and they win. You have to understand something. This wasn't my attempt to bring them down. This wasn't my attempt to end the casino and close the casino permanently. I don't give two shits about them at all. I don't care if they continue to be successful. I don't care if they're never successful again. That doesn't affect me in any way. I don't want to know anything about them. I don't give a shit. All I care about is what's happening right here, right now with us. That's it. So because of the way that I did everything, I'm not affected whatsoever by anything at all. They literally could do entire specials on me and shows. They make money. I don't care. Doesn't affect me. Doesn't affect my audience. We just go on positively and ignore their nonsense, just like I always have done and always will do. So it doesn't matter that they're successful. Good for them. I don't care. If anything, the way that I pulled this off. Oh, we finally got it. There you go. For a $5 contribution all month, you get to see a real turkey. There you go. Anyway, because of the way that I did things, okay, absolutely everyone is winning. Did you notice that? Did you notice that? And you see the difference between the way that I operate and the way that others operate? The way that others operate, it's kind of like, well, we get over, but you don't. We step on you to get ahead. So as long as we're crushing you and you're failing, we're winning. Did you notice something with the way that I operate, that everyone's doing well? Do you think that was by chance? I'm just saying, I think people are just really ignorant and dumb, and they want to believe what they want to believe. But if you didn't notice, everyone right now is doing well. Me and everybody else. So nothing negative came out of anything that I was involved in, if you didn't see. And it's because I did it that way. Because the way things were going, it was turning and it was going to be like, well, now we're bored of doing it this way. Let's step on Phil to get ahead. No. Now I leave, and now you do your thing, I do mine, and we're all good. And it was always planned like that since day one. But again, people want to believe what they want to believe because they can't think that Phil is actually smart or would have come up with this plan. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me if you believe me or not. I'm doing good. That's all that matters. Alex from Phoenix with that $5 gobbler super chat. So yes, for a $5 tip, a $5 super chat, or 500 kicks, you'll get to see a nice turkey for Thanksgiving month. So Alex says, hi everyone, Phil. I'm glad you don't feel the need to lean into drama and loud cow shit. Other guys believe that they have no choice. It's sad. Yeah, but listen, here's the truth. Everyone is the master of their own destiny, okay? They are. Now, some people have it worse than others. Trust me, I know from experience, okay? But the truth is, through hard work and dedication, you can be successful. The problem is, I think a lot of people just give up, just to be frank with you. And I know some people will take this and be like, he's talking about this guy or that guy. I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but I think what it is some people get beaten down so bad by the internet that they just give up. They just reach a point where they're like, I can't do it anymore. I'm trying my hardest. I'm grinding my hardest and nothing's coming of it. And I give up. So then they give in. So what do? You lean into the toxicity. You lean into the negativity. You turn yourself into a public spectacle of clownship to try to make ends meet because you don't think that making positive content will ever work for you. Well, I am the living, breathing example to show you that's not the case. That you can do the content you want. You can be the person you want to be. You can be non-toxic and you can still be successful. You won't be as big as the toxic guy, but you won't have to step on anyone to get ahead. You just got to tough it out. But like I said, not everyone has that kind of grit. Not everyone has that kind of mettle. Not everyone has that kind of patience and determination. And I don't fault anyone who doesn't. I don't fault anyone who will be like, listen, the only way that I can ever do anything for myself or my family is to degrade myself. If that's really what you feel, I'm not going to crap on you. Listen, everyone's different. For me, I refuse. I'm going to do things my way and I'm going to continue to be successful like I was on day one. And I'm going to continue to move forward being successful and going up from here. Now, thank you for the early support. Let's continue on. So we talked about Halloween. So Halloween actually went well. As much as people want to say, oh, no, it didn't. It went horribly for you. And it went, no, you're retarded. Okay. Things have been going great around here. I'm hitting my goals. Support is forthcoming and great. Things are going good for me. And when we do a fun marathon, the fact that even people are showing up and supporting that extra is awesome because I'm not asking for it. I didn't come to the Halloween marathon saying we need to raise $1,250 today. I don't do that shit. I'm like, this is already the bonus. We're doing this as a celebration of you supporting me. So let's have fun. And then the fact that I actually hit multiple goals and stuff is just, it's extra. It's icing on the cake, as they say. And I appreciate it very, very much. I do. So thank you guys so much. I had a great time, all right, on Friday. 100% had a great time hanging out with all of you. I hope that you guys felt the same. The content's available on demand. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Moving forward. Our next topic is the future, because we have two things that we have to figure out. The first thing, and this is the immediate thing we have to figure out today, what is the next DSP Tries It? What is it? Because right now, guess what? We're doing DSP Tries It today. All right? We're awesome. We're going to have a great time. What is the DSP Tries It we're doing today? The Thanksgiving sandwich from Firehouse Subs. This is representative of all the ingredients that you would get at a Thanksgiving dinner in the United States, including sliced roasted turkey, cranberry sauce, stuffing slash dressing, I think they call it in other countries, and seasonings. The only bummer is they don't have gravy. All these stores are sold out of gravy, and here's why. Because when this sub came out back in late September, influencers on the internet all tried it for their YouTube channels and said, oh, this is good, but order extra gravy. So literally every fucking person who got the sandwich ordered extra gravy, and now Firehouse Subs has no gravy for people who just want to order the sandwich normally now. Because they only had a limited supply of gravy to go around, and people overordered it, and now they're completely out of it. So it sucks. I won't get gravy with it, but I actually bought gravy to have with it. So this way I can actually have gravy with my sandwich. So it will be representative of what it was supposed to be originally. Okay. So that's what we're doing today for DSP Tries It. But we're already a goal into the next DSP Tries It. And the question is, what do we want to do? And I'm curious, have you guys heard of anything going on right now in regards to food that you would think that you would like to see me try? If the answer is no, and we can't figure anything out today, then likely what I will do instead, I will plan on something to return to that we did in the last year that I really liked. And maybe we could try it again, but try different things from the menu or try revisiting them and seeing if they're good. All right. Because we've had some success with that. Like going back to Katsu Burger was really good. So maybe I go back to another place that I really liked. Okay. But yeah, so what do you guys know right now? What's going on in food? Are you guys aware of anything going on that you'd like to see me try? The one thing that someone had mentioned is that Arby's has their own Thanksgiving menu going on, but we just did Arby's, so I don't know if I would want to do that again. Oh, here it is. The deep fried turkey gobbler sandwich. Oh boy. Here, limited time. They have deep fried turkey gobbler and deep fried turkey club are the two special things that they have right now. Oh, they also have an apple pie shake. That's brand new. So it looks like it is turkey, deep fried turkey. Yeah, it looks like almost, you want to know what? They outright have copied Firehouse Subs. It's the same sandwich. Only here it's deep fried. Like Firehouse, they're not frying their turkey, but this is deep fried turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce. It looks like another kind of sauce, and it looks like they have fried onions on there too. It's almost exactly the same sandwich. But they do have an apple pie shake. So if we were to do Arby's, maybe we could do the Thanksgiving sandwich today from Firehouse, and then at some point we could try this and compare the two. But I mean, let's be honest. Firehouse is going to be better no matter what, because Firehouse actually has good quality food and Arby's doesn't always. Case in point, last time we went to Arby's, half the stuff sucked. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that something you would be interested in? I'll say that's an option, but I'm not exactly sure that's what we want to do. Yeah, I don't know. So I need your feedback. Do you guys know of anything else going on right now? So far, no one's saying anything. Like I said, I think the options would either be Arby's, or I will pick one of the places that I went to in the last year, all right, that we tasted and I ended up liking. Okay. We already did the steak nuggets. We're done with that. Someone tipped $2 says, when did you plan to leave? Was it always a specific moment? So people are still talking drama. I've already explained this, but I'll summarize as quick as I can because I don't want to talk about this topic the whole fucking podcast. I have other things to discuss. The whole idea was work with them until we come to the logical stopping point. And when I say logical stopping point, it means basically there's no way that the two of us could work together and get mutual benefit anymore. Because at first there was mutual benefit. I was appearing on their show. We were doing content together. I was making out. They were making out. People enjoyed the crossover. And then what happened was after a period of months, I realized they actually had no power or clout whatsoever. I thought they did at first. They were like, oh, we're going to get you to do crossovers with Mudahar and with Mr. Medicare and all this. None of it ever happened. They literally had zero clout and power. All right, zero. They pretend like they do. They pretend like they know everyone. No one is working with them, okay, at all. So after several months of that, and I said, well, maybe forget that. Maybe we could do smart guys together. Maybe that will take off. That didn't really work. So after trying all these different things, I said, enough of this. Like, this is not working. So I was looking for my exit, and it just so happens that as I was looking for my exit, this is when they decided to try to start plotting against me and do dumb shit with appearing on other people's shows and people just bringing up detractor shit. Like, this is the most boring, awful idea. Oh, yes, let's pretend like this guy is a super villain to me, and I'm the guy who's always attacked by the super villain, and we go back and forth and have our own Lolcow universe. No, someone already did that. We're not going to do our own version of Lolcow Live in the LCU. This is stupid. Because that's what they wanted to do with me. I was like, this is the dumbest idea I've ever fucking heard. I'm not doing it. So after that, I just left. I said, that was it. And I kicked them off the show. I said, I'm done. And that was it. Like cold turkey, cut the cord, done. And I had the power to do that because I didn't get too deep. If I had gotten too deep, it would have been bad, but I didn't get too deep. I planned the whole fucking thing from the start like that. Someone, Hepcat, tipped $1.37. I think you should do more interviews. The episode with Wings is engaging and humanizes you. It would be great to get viewers to ask Wings or whoever you interview questions as well. There are real supporters out there and we want to be involved. First off, my own content humanizes me. It's just that people spin the content in a way that doesn't. People don't watch the content. They watch the detractor highlight that highlights a moment of the show, right? Instead of showing us hanging out, talking about autumn and all this fun stuff, they'll just take a few negative moments and say, here's what Phil put out today, which of course is a misrepresentation. That's what all detractors do. That's what they do to Wings. That's what they do to LTG. That's what they do to everyone out there is they all have detractors who just highlight things out of context to make them look bad. That's the point. That's what gets them clickbait views. Okay? That's just how it works. That's the the content farm of YouTube. Okay? And I've come to accept that. It's shitty. I don't think it should be like that, but there's nothing you can really do about that. Okay? I don't need to interview someone to be humanized, but I do think that when you're having a conversation with someone other than a viewer, but a direct conversation with another creator or whatever, it's a different kind of content. Admittedly, it's interesting. That social interaction with someone else that you know is kind of cool. The first time ever interaction between me and Jordy was neat. and everyone liked it. In general, everyone on the internet enjoyed it. I liked it. Jordy liked it. Our respective viewer bases who like us liked it, and even our hater bases liked it. Everyone liked it. Okay? Would I like to do more work with Jordy? Yes, I would. But that's on his prerogative to act on, not mine. The way I left it is I told him, I'd like to discuss working with you again in the future. It's up to you. And it's up to him to basically come back at me and be like, yes, I would like to do that. Okay? Maybe he feels like he got a lot out of it. Maybe he feels like he got absolutely nothing out of it. He hasn't given me any feedback, so I don't know. I would love feedback, but he hasn't given me any. So what I would say is maybe I could have him back again at some point. I could invite him again and see if he'll accept. Okay, but I don't know if he would or not. Right now, it would be way too soon. We just did it a week ago. Maybe give it a while and then see, hey, maybe we can have him back and we talk about other topics and stuff, right? I'd be down for that. Okay. But again, you have to understand that I've already explained this, okay? People don't want to interact with me because of my trolls. It has nothing to do with me. There's people who I've just have outright had conversation with saying, we would love to do work with you, whether it be a show, an interview, a co-commentary, but we can't because your trolls will harass us. And we can't have that, you know? We have enough of our own lives, our own shit going on. We can't now be sucked into this toxic vortex of your trolls. Like, I understand that. It's not me, it's the fucking shitty people around me who latched onto me and have made a living, you know, being toxic about me, and the fact that YouTube allows it and all that, there's nothing I can do about it. So, it is what it is. I do the best at what I can, stick it to myself or whatever. The reason that Jordy basically said, "Yeah, I'll do it," is because he's in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? He is. He's in exactly the same situation as me. So, to him, it's like, well, I can't get any worse. He's right. He's right. You know, the trolls are already harassing him. What are they going to do? Harass him? Oops, they already do. Right? No big deal. All right. So continuing on. DSP tries it. All right. We could either do this Arby's Thanksgiving and compare it to the Firehouse, or, like I said, what I might want to do is return to something that I have done in the last year that I really liked and revisit it and see if I really like it the second time around. All right. Some ideas, because what we could do is look this up right now. Let me go to my DSP Tries It playlist here. And I'll take a look at the stuff that I did in the last year, okay? What was some stuff that I really liked? Let me find some stuff that I liked. See, we already returned to Little Caesars. I was shocked at how good it was the first time. The second time, it wasn't as good. We already returned to Katsu Burger. See here. We did return to Shake Shack, but when I returned to Shake Shack, they screwed up my order, and it wasn't nearly as good as I had remembered it being the first time. So it wouldn't do Shake Shack, okay? Okay, one local place that I tried that I was blown away at how good it was called Shake and Go. If you remember, I got a burger, I got a seafood combo, and I think I got a shake, and it was all incredibly good. So I could go back to Shake and Go, and I could try a different burger, okay, and a different shake and stuff like that. That's a possibility. Let's see here. There was that place called Super Chicks. And if you remember, Super Chicks was a brand new fried chicken sandwich place in my area. And we got an amazing Korean barbecue fried chicken sandwich, along with fried pickles and custard and stuff like that. And the chicken, the Korean barbecue chicken sandwich was amazing. The blackened chicken sandwich actually wasn't. But in general, I really liked the food. We could go back to Super Chicks. Oh, here's one I forgot about. Jollibee. Do you guys remember Jollibee? I thought Jollibee was going to be atrocious. I never had Jollibee. If you remember, I had avoided it. I had purposefully avoided Jollibee for the longest time because I thought it was going to be crap. It was actually one of the absolute best fast foods I have ever had on DSP Tries It. It was superb quality. So maybe Jollibee. All right, Jollibee, Shake and Go, and Super Chicks. There's 3 right there. That would be absolutely amazing to return to, I think. Let me see here. I'm going all the way back earlier in the year now. Looks like it was just a whole bunch of fast food, honestly. We've already been to Chick-fil-A twice. Oh, God, the Indian fusion pizza was disgusting. It really was. All right, I would say those would be the ones. Okay? So if we were going to go back to what out of those three, would you guys prefer to see me go back to Jollibee, Shake and Go, or what was the other one? I already forgot. I keep forgetting. Super Chicks. Or should we do a poll? No, I've never heard of Slap Burger. Jollibee. Mateo Jr., Hepcat are both saying Jollibee. Jollibee because it's more international. Jollibee. Everyone's saying Jollibee again. All right. It's been 5 months since we went to Jollibee, for the record. It was, let me see. Let me find it. It was July 1st. So, over 4 months ago. About 4.5 months ago. It was right that, the heightened time of summer there when I checked it out. Okay. All right, so here we go. We will either do Jollibee Take Two, or we'll do the Arby's Thanksgiving menu. But to be honest, since we're doing the Thanksgiving menu today, I feel like what we should actually do is maybe alternate. All right? So maybe we do this Thanksgiving sandwich today from Firehouse, then maybe we do Jollibee, then maybe after that we go to Arby's and we do their Thanksgiving menu. See? That way it's variety and we're going back and forth. I think that might work better. Again, unless you guys come up with a better idea. All right? If you come up with a better idea, I'm down for it. Let me know if you know of any other things or places where food's going on. But I think Jollibee next, the return to Jollibee after 4 months would be good. And then we could go maybe alternate with Arby's and then go from there. Okay? All right, cool. Now, here's the other thing we got to figure out. All right? This month is kind of the in-between month of stuff that's going on right now. Okay? We just had the big Halloween event. That's an annual event. Okay? We're going to have a nice big Christmas event where we're going to be doing me dressing up in holiday sweaters, drinking holiday-themed booze. Like I'll probably have alcoholic eggnog and some other things that are all Christmas-themed. We're probably going to play some Christmas-themed video games, stuff like that. So that'll be fun. We do that every single year. But what do we do for November? All right? So here's the deal. I always do a marathon, or I have done a marathon recently, in the recent years, on Black Friday. Black Friday is the day that comes after American Thanksgiving. American Thanksgiving this year is Thursday, the 27th of November. And therefore, the day after would be the 28th, okay? So previously, here's some of the things that we have done during this marathon, okay? Themed gaming. And what I mean by that is we have done things like Black Ops Friday, where I would play Black Ops like all day long, or at least a big chunk of the day. Okay, we've done that before. We've also done days where it was just multiplayer themed, where it would be like some Black Ops, some fighting games, some this and that, like a multiplayer themed day where I just do it all day long, but we alternate between the multiplayer games. I've done that before. We have done marathons of reacting to various kinds of content. Notably, for 2 years, we did what was called the Adpocalypse. Adpocalypse was basically me reacting to old ads from television, some of which were international ads, which were like crazy over-the-top stuff, the likes of which I had never even seen or knew existed. All right? That was back when I was doing my React show, and people really liked the React show. But that got played out, and therefore the reacting kind of fell off, and people didn't really care anymore. Okay? So, to be honest, I don't know how well that would work. Okay? So, that's just some of the stuff that we have done. All right? So, I have a couple of ideas for what we can do. All right? Idea number 1 would be, again, to go back to those roots and maybe do like a multiplayer themed day. It wouldn't necessarily have to be, well, let me put it this way. We could do it 2 ways. We could actually do a marathon day, or we could actually not even do it as a marathon. What do I mean? Well, let's say, for example, we decide to do a full multiplayer themed day. The first stream could be Black Ops 7. The late stream could be Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection or another fighting game, dependent. We could figure it out. or something else, as long as it's multiplayer themed. And then we could do that the whole day, and it could be 2 separate streams. Or if we can think of more than 2 games to play, which I don't know right now because there's really nothing, um, then we could do that. We could actually do like 3 or more games, but then we could do it in a multiplayer, excuse me, a marathon setting. It's up to you. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, we don't have to do a marathon that day. We could just do a couple of themed streams towards whatever we want to do instead and still have the break in between and everything. And that would be okay. I guess, that's one thing. Another thing. So now I have not done any kind of reacting outside of reacting to, say, game trailers and things like that for a very long time. I actually retired my DSP versus the internet show about a year ago. I want to say it was like either late November, December of last year that we actually retired it. And to be frank, I'm glad I did because, man, the other content I've been putting out has just been doing a hell of a lot better. So I definitely know that you guys were very tired of the reacting stuff. After doing it 2 years weekly, I think people were just tired of it. Well, now it's been a year. I haven't done it, right? So maybe kind of a one-time only thing. Maybe we do a Black Friday reacting stream where I basically go back to reacting for a day. But what we would then have to do is you guys would have to submit stuff. Like, what kind of stuff do you want to see me react to? Is it comedy skits? Is it other YouTubers' videos? Is it a documentary? What would it be? I haven't reacted to stuff in a formal setting in a very long time. Would it work? Or are people just going to say, oh, this is boring. Why you stopped doing it to begin with? Why are you doing it again? Someone in YouTube chat is saying one of these gifted subs from Shocks this morning, they supposedly got it, but they didn't get anything. Like, they didn't get the emotes or anything. What happened? I don't know. According to Kick, they're real. I'm looking at it right now, and Kick says that they are real subs. So if something went wrong and you didn't get stuff, it sounds to me like that's some kind of a glitch on the Kick side. It has nothing to do with Shocks at all because it says that it's legit. Okay. B Chic says, I come from Wings community. I'm new here. I'm not familiar with your series, but I like how reacting sounds. Okay. Mozzie says, I like the react idea, and I'll suggest a simulator-only stream. What do you mean by that? A simulator-only stream. Okay, so here's what we got to figure out. What are we doing on Black Friday? Is it going to be a marathon or not? What's it going to be? Is it going to be multiplayer games? Is it going to be another marathon where you guys nominate games, where we have a theme of games that we want to play? Do you want to see a react marathon? What do you want to do? I feel like we have a few weeks to figure this out. The thing is, I want to figure it out within the next 1 to 2 weeks so we can start hyping it up. I want people to get excited for this event. I don't want it to be just we're just doing anything just for the sake of doing it. You know what? And here's another possibility. This is just being honest. We don't have to do it at all. We don't. We literally don't have to do it at all. We could just be a normal day of content. And then the next marathon would be the Christmas marathon. I'd be okay with that too. But I just want to do something that you guys want. All right? So let's work together to try to figure this out, what you guys want next, and go from there. Okay? Mozzie says, what about a simulator marathon like truck sim, construction sim, farming sim? Oh, I see what you're saying. Would people want to see a simulator marathon event? If you guys really wanted that, I'd be down for that, but we'd have to find out what are good simulator games to try because there's a zillion of them. Let me tell you, my wife has tried to get into certain kinds of sims and stuff, and there's so many, and they are crazy hit or miss. Like, you have no idea what's good and what's not out there. Some of them are just so small-time indie, and they could be like hidden gems, and others you think are great, and then you play, it's a piece of garbage, like unoptimized crap, because a lot of these are just made by tiny studios. So I guess we'd have to talk about that and figure that out. Agent Coop says, why not game for some of it, but then do reacting too? We could do that. We could figure out, like, let's say we could figure out a few things you guys want me to react to, but then after that, we could break it up and we could go to gaming later. We could do Black Ops, then we could do reacting, then we could do Mortal Kombat. We could do it. Yeah, that would work. That way it's a variety and it's not everyone's bored because we're doing the same thing all day. We could, yeah, for sure. That could work as well. Okay. Well, these are all good ideas. So far, we have multiplayer games, reacting, sim games. These are all good suggestions. Thank you. Let's continue this discussion over the course of this next week and try to figure this out because I want to lock it in so we know what we're doing, and that way we can start hyping it up. Okay? A Black Friday bash. I don't know what to call it. Okay. A Mario Maker 2 marathon? Oh, man. Max Power says you can do a Mario Maker 2 event where people pay to suggest certain levels. Yeah, but isn't it true that you can make levels that are like trollish and stuff too? I think I remember with Mario Maker 1, that's what happened. Is some people suggested troll levels and stuff, but I can't remember. It's been a long time ago. You're talking over 10 years ago. Buy games on Black Friday and then play them. What kind of games? That's another thing. We could do what games are on sale digitally on Black Friday that you get like a huge discount, and we could buy and play the games and see if they're any good. A lot of games will probably be like crazy low prices that day. So maybe we just go through and buy discounted games to see what they are on a whim and see if they're good or not. We could do that. Tony Soprano did a $5 super chat, and he sent us a gobbler. He says, Pokemon ZA is my favorite game. It's kind, intellectual, noble, and optimistic, made by people who are creative, almighty, supreme, and name only. Sure, thanks for $5. So now we're up to 89 as support and climbing. Thank you guys so very much. All right, so here's what I like to do for the final segment of the show. Okay? I would like to just do a little bit of Q&A. So let's open discussion to this. What would you guys like to talk about? Tag me in the chat, either in YouTube or Kick. Let's see what you guys want to talk about for the final segment. Any topic is good until we end the show, and then we'll, take a break and we'll start with Pokemon. Okay? DSP tries chocolate. Really? What kind of chocolate, Perloki? I love chocolate. I absolutely do, so I'm not going to say no to that. But what kinds of chocolate would you be interested in seeing me try? Do you have any recommendations of different kinds of chocolates? Jade says, I would love to see you play DC versus Mortal Kombat. Oh, man. I wonder if that's even available to play anymore, if anyone even plays it. What was the actual name of it? What's the actual name of the game? Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Here it is. When did it come out? November 16th, 2008. It only came out for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. They never had it on PC. They never ported it. Oh, come on. Yeah, it looks like it's not on PC. What a bummer. Because I don't know how else I would play it. That is a bummer that they never ported it. Huh. Okay. Man versus turkey. DSP eats as much turkey as he can on Thanksgiving. Dude, I'm too old for that. If I were young, if I were in my 20s, I would do that kind of crazy shit. But, dude, I'm 43, and I'm just getting myself fit again. You know what I'm saying? I can't now put myself through, like, stupid, dangerous food shit. Not a good idea. What about a retro show discussing memories of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s? People asked me for that back when I was doing the DSP throwback content. They were saying, Phil, would you ever do like something that's not just reacting to your old gaming, but actually maybe like themed topics? And I told them, yeah, I would be interested in that. I would, but we would have to figure it out, plan it out, and it never really came to fruition. That would be pretty cool, but I guess the question is, what would it be? What kind of stuff would you like to discuss? Because I would have to work on it, get stuff together. Like, let's say, for example, someone had an idea. Let's talk about what it was like to be a kid in the 80s. Like, what kind of toys did you play with? What kind of stuff did you watch on TV, right? So what I would do is actually plot it out. It'd have to be work. I'd actually be plotting out like an outline. Like, okay, I'll talk about toys, TV shows. I'll get audio visuals. So I'll research this. I'll get pictures and stuff I could show you on the internet of the toys I used to own and the shows I used to watch. I could talk about each topic, and people could, be part of the show and interact with it. I'd be down for that, but that would be something that we're all sure we want to do. Okay? No, I didn't notice that that Tony Soprano's super chat spells out Kino Casino because nobody cares. Like, and by the way, it doesn't. You have to take out a whole bunch of extra letters for that to even spell that. So, I mean, if he wants to keep sending $5 super chats and thinks that somehow the secret message that says Kino Casino in the super chat is getting to me, by all means. In fact, if he could send me several more right now, that'd be amazing. If he could send me like 10 more of those in a row, I'd love that. That would really get my goat. Oh, man. Anyway, Red Eyes BDC just did a $5 Gobbler super chat. He said the 2005 Shadow the Hedgehog game. Try to pencil that in. Yeah, I never played any of the original Shadow the Hedgehogs. I played Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. And then later on, now I played the Sonic Generations, from a year ago that actually had the Shadow in it and his throwback stuff. But I never actually played the originals. Thank you, Red Eyes, for $5. That you now are on the leaderboard, Red Eyes, because you did exact 5 rather than $4.99. So that 1 penny actually just got you on the leaderboard. Thank you for that. All different kinds of chocolate. Yeah, what kind of chocolate should I get? Like, let's say I was going to do a special DSP Tries It that was a chocolate taste testing, right? And I could do that anytime. That could be like after the first shoot. That could actually be like late stream DSP Tries It. But I guess the question is, like, what kind of chocolates should I get to compare? I'd be down for that, but I would need to know, like, what would you like me to try? Are there international chocolates or like premium chocolate bars? Like, what should I do? Happy November to you, Jade. Good to have you here on the first stream in November. It's going to be a fun Pokemon chill stream for sure. TRT says, can you get a clear support goal to hit for the marathons? Support comes if you ask for it. I mean, see, that is true. And you're right. Previous marathons where I used to have like a clear-cut support goal, like let's hit $1,000 by the end of the day. We a lot of the times would hit it. Not every time, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the times we would actually hit it. The thing is, those days are kind of done. I don't really have to do that stuff anymore. It's not like, I need to raise a certain amount of money by the end of today because I'm desperate, because I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I'm not desperate. So I don't really care about that anymore. Sarah Barclay did a 500 kicks. So let me manually play an animation for Sarah, because sadly these animations don't work right now. Ready? This is for Sarah, even though it says Kevin. I appreciate that, Sarah. Thanks for 500 kicks. And she says, please tell Jade I said hi and we miss him over on YouTube. So there you go, Jade. Did you hear that? Sarah Barclay did 500 kicks. It says that she misses you. She's over on Kick. Thank you, Sarah, for that. Now we're up to $99 of support. We're literally $1 away from 100. Can we hit 100? Yes, because Mozzie just did a $2 super chat. And says, I saw a commercial for the NASCAR game. Are you getting it? I don't know when it comes out. If it's just a basic sim game of driving around a NASCAR track, probably not. Like, that's boring. To be honest, like, I don't just want to drive a NASCAR car around a repetitive track. I don't think that would be very entertaining, honestly. But I don't know anything about it. Is it actually in Steam right now that I could look it up? NASCAR 25, is that it? Here it is. It's apparently coming out November 11th. You cannot pre-order it. And it doesn't have pricing. I wonder what it's going to cost. NASCAR 25. Standard edition is $60. Gold edition, $80. The gold edition will include a season pass, early access, and other bonuses, while standard edition can purchase the season pass for $25. Okay. It's not out already. It says it comes out November 11th. But I guess if you buy the premium edition, it comes out earlier. So when can you play NASCAR 25 Gold Edition? Oh, guess what? It is out. But it's not. No, okay, there's some weird shit going on. I'm literally sitting on the NASCAR page right now on Steam, and it says the release date is November 11th. When I go to Google and I search, it says NASCAR 25 Gold Edition comes out October 8th, and the official release date of the game is October 14th. So you know what that means? The game got delayed. The game was originally going to come out in October, and it's been delayed till November. And if you get the Gold Edition, you can play 3 days early. I wonder what happened, why the game got delayed. Well, I mean, I'm curious. Would this be anything that would be interesting? Because NASCAR driving is just driving in a fucking circle, man. Like, literally, that's NASCAR driving. I know there's more to it than that, but I'm not a driving guy. I'm not a sim guy. Like, I wouldn't even understand the nuances of it. It came out on PS5 early. It comes out on PC later. Really? Maybe that's what it is. So it's only out on PlayStation now. Okay. Well, the thing is, I would play it on PC because I would want to use my wheel and pedals and everything. But again, I'm not sold that that's going to be something entertaining. I'm just not. Like, I feel like me just driving a race car in a fucking circle, it might not be super interesting at all. It might be boring, actually. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just received an anonymous $10 tip. There's not even a message attached to it. Thank you so much to the anonymous $10 tipper. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Thank you so much. That's our biggest tip of the day. You're Not Funny says, speaking of Southern accent like Will Ferrell did in The Ballad of Ricky Bobby and say offensive, ignorant things the entire time while playing the NASCAR game. There you go. Okay. Are we good? I think we've had a lot to discuss today and we got through it. So number one, the Halloween stuff went really well. I was pleased with how it went. The viewers are pleased with how it went. It was all good, and thank you for a great Halloween marathon this year. It went really well, okay? Some of the games might actually turn into playthroughs in the future once we get through the games we're playing and we're looking for things like more indie games and late-night streams. Absolutely, I would check out a lot of those games as actual playthroughs. As for DSP Tries It, sounds like next we'll probably be returning to Jollibee, and then after that, we'll see what we want to do next, but maybe it could be Arby's and trying their Thanksgiving sandwich versus the one from Firehouse that we're going to have today on this very stream. And as for ideas for the upcoming Black Friday event, it could be an all-day event. It could just be 2 regular streams. It could be a bunch of multiplayer. It could be reacting. It could be some sim games. We got to brainstorm, okay? Let's work on that. Let's talk about that in the next few days. Like I said, I would like to, hopefully maybe by the end of this week, I would like to have that locked in so that we can start promoting and getting excited for that event. Right now, it could literally be anything, but let's keep that in mind. And the only bummer, the only negative takeaway, sadly, the kick stuff doesn't work yet. It should be working, and it's not. It's supposed to be showing up in my queue. It's not. I set up pop-ups for it. They can't work. So hopefully this does start working soon. It sucks that the subs are working, but the kick pop-ups aren't. It blows. But I will manually play pop-ups for those who do 100 kicks or more, because you guys deserve pop-ups, and I'm going to give you the different pop-ups just like I do with tips. I'll manually do it, okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for a great show. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the Level 1 podcast today. I will be back on Tuesday, because Monday we are foregoing the show so I can do a major stream of Silksong Endgame. We're getting so close to the end, we very well may beat the game within the next couple of streams. So, I hope to see you on Tuesday for another fun episode of the show. But in the meantime, I certainly hope that you will join me for all of my gameplay fun, including Pokemon, including Mortal Kombat, Silksong, and Truck Sim. Everyone, thank you so very much, and I will see you on Tuesday.